All right, happy Monday, all you eighth graders out there. Today is Monday, December 16th. We have a nice short 4-day week this week. Today's notes are going to be more talking about solving for a variable, and this is going to be page 30 of your notes. And the only extra step that we're adding compared to what we've been doing today and Friday of last week is that now you're going to have variables that are squared. And you can see that in that example where you have to solve 4 times v squared minus e equals to 4v. Um, so we'll talk about the steps to unsquare a variable. So to fill this in, the only additional step we need to discuss is how to reverse a squared variable. And just to refresh, when we're solving these algebraic equations, we're always using the inverse operation to get the variable by itself. So the inverse operation of subtraction, as we know, is addition. For example, if it was x minus 3 equals 6, you would add 3 to each side to get rid of that minus 3. Division, the inverse operation is multiplication. You should be able to go ahead and fill in the rest. The inverse operation of multiplication is division, and the inverse operation of addition is subtraction. All right, keeping that in mind, let's move forward here. So if we have v squared and we want to get v unsquared, the inverse operation of squaring is to find the square root of that number. And we're going to do a quick little example below as to why that works. So if we had the number 4, for example, if we were to square that, that would be 16. So how do we go back and take, I know where I was going with that. So below it says now to get back to the original number, which was 4, we would have to reverse that squaring, and the way that you do that is you find the square root again. So the square root of 16, yep, will get us back to that original number that we had, which is 4. Alright, so let's do a couple examples, and hopefully this will start to make more sense to you. So we have d squared equals 81, and we need to get d by itself. It's being squared, so we want to take the square root of that. And if we do that to one side, we have to do it to the other. So when you have d squared and you take the square root of it, you're left with d, and then the square root of 81 is 9. All right, going on to example 2, we have 110 equals w squared. So a number squared gives us 110. To figure that out, we would take the square root of each side. That frees up the w, and the square root of 110 rounds to 10.5, or 10 and 5/10. All right, go ahead and flip over to the back side here, and let's do the same for number 3. Solve d squared equals y for d. All right, so we got to get d by itself. Right now it's being squared, so I'm going to take the square root of each side, and that leaves me with d equals the square root of whatever y is, and that's how you leave your answer. For number 4, solve 15.5 minus u equals m squared. We want to solve it for m. Right now, m is being squared, so we take the square root of it, and we have to take the square root of the entire other side. So our answer will be the square root of 15.5 minus u equals m. All right, go ahead and try numbers 5 and 6 on your own, and we will discuss them when we come to class tomorrow. And if you want a nifty little joke to leave with, I got a question for you. Why didn't the quarter roll down the hill with the nickel? Think about it. Why didn't the quarter roll down the hill with the nickel? Because the quarter had too much sense. All right, see you guys tomorrow.